Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Abdul Azim bin Alum Talib with ID number MDA2207014. So now I'm going to present about introduction for time management topic. In general, time management refers to the right methods of time management for anyone. A person's ability to manage, divide, and arrange his daily time with productive activities and the amount of time you spend on specific tasks is known as time management. For our life to be managed and always planned, effective time management skills are crucial. This is so that we may ensure that our everyday life are well planned, filled with things, and that we use wisely. Thank you. So now we are going to the objective. Student and time are very related. Student must thus effectively manage their time. Time management is the most important things, especially for students who need to plan, structure, and effectively manage their schedules. This is due to the fact that students need a lot of time to finish homework quickly, which interferes with their ability to sleep. We did this survey to learn how the students at Mara Aimole Professional College organize their daily activities to complete the numerous course and assignment that the lecturer assigned. And then the data collection. We use two types of sampling method. The first one is convenience sampling. We use convenience sampling for our sampling technique in the survey because of their convenient accessibility and proximity to us to collect data from them. That the data received is more accurate because the questions are given and directly answered by the student at KPM IMOLE. The second one is quota sampling. We use quota sampling for our sampling technique in this survey because the quota we set is only 38 students to represent all students at KPM IMOLE. The data collection platform that we use is the Google form. We sent to the WhatsApp group of student KPM IMOLE. The method we used was a questionnaire that consisted of 4 qualitative questions and 6 quantitative questions. Thank you.
We continue to the next, and my name is Muhammad Nabil bin Zulkifli. My ID number is MDA2207086. Now, we go through with data presentation. They are divided by qualitative data and quantitative data. For qualitative data, we interpret the data obtained through a pie chart. For the first question, we ask about how students organize time in submit their assignment. By this question, 23.7% answered for completing in last minutes, 23.7% for completing early, and 52.6% for doing assignment constantly. Next, for question 2, the question we ask is, what is the best way students to manage their time? There are majority students answer for make their own schedule with is 81.6%. No one of students answering for follow friends schedule. Indirectly, 18.4% answering for follow the college schedule. Then, which time students prefer to make revision or study is question that we use for question 3. We just state two option answer which is middle night and early morning. It was clearly students prefer to study at the middle night with 76.3%. However, there are also 23.7% of students that prefer to study at early morning. For the last question of qualitative data, we ask about how students manage their time between doing study and playing video games. The data collection for this question we get is 65.8% using method study first, playing games second. 23.7% make a own schedule. The remaining of students, which is 10.5%, choose to playing games more than study. Ish.
My name is Muhammad Ammar RAZIQIN bin Said. My ID number is MDA2207036. Okay, we continue with our second data, that is quantitative data. In this collection data, we interpret the data obtained through bar chart and histogram. Therefore, we just go through with our first question of quantitative data. We ask about how many hours students sleep each night. As we can see in the table, one student sleep at range 0 until 3 hours, 5 students at range 3 until 4 hour, 20 students at range 4 until 5 hour, and 12 students at 5 until 6 hour. So that the resulting bar chart can be seen on this slide. For second question of quantitative data, we ask about how long time students take to complete their task each night. The data that collect is for students take below 1 hour to complete their work. 19 students need time range between 1 hour and 2 hours to complete their tasks. Last but not least, 15 students take above 2 hours to complete their task. We also provide bar chart for this answer data collection in the slide. The next one is question 3. We choose how many hours student take time to make revision each night as our question for this survey. The result of student answer show 9 students just need below 1 hour, 20 students need range between 1 hour to 2 hours. It also has 9 students that need more than 2 hours to make revision each night.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad AMIRUL HAZIQ Berjakaria with ID number MDA220705A. For question 4, we ask about how often students playing game for one day. Data in table show majority student, which is 23, playing below 1 hour. Next student playing range 1 hour until 2 hours. 3 students playing between 2 hours to 3 hours. And lastly, 3 students playing above 3 hours for one day. In this survey, we also put question about what time students wake up every morning. We can see only 2 students wake up at 4 to 5 a.m. There are 13 students that wake up at range between 5 to 6 a.m. Also, 13 students wake up at 6 to 7 a.m. However, there are also 10 students wake up at 7 to 8 a.m. Last but not least, for the question in quantitative data, we ask about what the students think about themselves time management. We present this data collection through histogram. We ask students to rate themselves from rate 1 to 5. The data collection we get 2 students rate for 1, 5 students rate for 2, 18 students rate for 3, 8 students rate for 4, and 5 students rate for 5.
We move to data analysis. We use two measures of central tendency for this survey. The two measures are simple frequency distribution and group frequency distribution. For simple frequency distribution, we use question 6 of quantitative data as data collection. From the table on slide, we can finding mean, mode, median, and quartile. First, for finding mean, we use formula total fx divide total f 123 divide with 38 and we will get 3.237. For the mode, we got simply most of student rate 3 for their time management. For finding median, we we just use formula n plus 1 divide 2, which is 38 plus 1 divide 2 and get 19.5 for observation. Based on position table, we know that 19.5 position at rate 3, so that median score is 3. For the last one, quartile, we use formula n plus 1 divide 4 for first quartile, while 3 times with n plus 1 divide for third quartile. The answer that we will get is 3 for first quartile and 4 for third quartile.
For group frequency distribution, we use question 4 of quantitative data as our data collection. Regarding the data collection where are in the table, we can find standard deviation. The formula we use to find standard deviation is square root total fx square divide total f minus square root in bracket total ff divide total f square. Just put data in the formula and the answer is 0.85. Second, we can find coefficient of variation. The formula is standard variation divide mean and time with 100%. The answer we will get is 140.2%. The next one is person measurement of skewness. The formula we use is mean minus mode and divide it with standard deviation. We will get negative 2.649. Thus, the answer less than 0. It is negatively skewed. Besides, we also can find mean, mode, and median. For mean, as like simple frequency distribution formula, we get 0.132. For finding mode, we use formula LB plus F0 minus F1 divided by in bracket F0 minus F1 plus F0 minus F2 and times Cm. And we will get 0.622. For median, we will get 0.5 at 19 point observation. Last but not least, from mode, median, and mean, we can know the relative position. Based on data, we get positive distribution. The mean is always higher than the median, and the mean is always higher than the mode. Also, the median always higher than the mode in a positively skewed frequency distribution. The tail of a distribution curve is longer on the right side when there is a positive skew. As a result, the distribution curve outliner are more extreme to the right and closer to the mean to the left.
For the conclusion, based on the results of the project survey of KPM IMOLIT students, we can give a conclusion that students spend a lot of their time doing work and assignments given by the lecturer. Thus, a few questions were created to ask them about their time management and how much time they spend each month. Indirectly, regarding on the research done, it also provides benefits to students where they can find out how and how much time they spend at KPM IMOLE. It is clear that the research done gives students the initiative to make a schedule to divide time in doing assignments and other work such as playing video game. By arranging time wisely, the students will not miss any important work that needs to be completed and submitted. Also, they will have more time to make revision for either the test or the final examination. By the following this step, the students with high probability get the excellent results with flying colors, so that job opportunities for any companies and continued study for students in the future will be more guaranteed after completing their studies, especially seizing the opportunity to study abroad. Thank you.
Finally, the recommendation. Firstly, students should prepare a personal schedule. Secondly, students should complete their assignment first before doing anything else, such as playing games. Thirdly, students should cut down playing video games in the middle of the night so they will get enough sleep to get to next class. Fourthly, students should get enough rest. Fifth, students should not be encouraged to adopt last minute attitude. The last one is students should allocate time for leisure. That's all from our group. Thank you.